Hi friends, my name is Jess and welcome back to my channel, Books Past Bedtime, and welcome to day, I'm not sure, of Bookmas. Today, we're going to be reacting to the Goodreads Choice Awards. The Goodreads Choice Awards happen every year. They're a community-voted, community-curated best book of the year kind of awards. Typically, they happen in multiple rounds and you vote on books in multiple different genre categories. The first round has just opened, so we're going to go through that together, react to what's nominated, as well as vote for my favorites if I feel so inclined to vote for anything. I honestly am not sure how many books I'm even going to have read that are nominated because I feel like I have not been keeping up with new releases this year. I have just been glued to my KU subscription, and honestly every book that I have read this year pretty much has been queer, and I just feel like that's lacking in the Goodreads Choice Awards a lot of times. So we'll see if I've even read anything that's nominated that I can vote for, but yeah, we'll just go through and I will share my thoughts with you. I'll do this in like 3 parts, I guess. So this first part is just going to be reacting to the first round and voting for the first round, and then I will film once like the next round happens. I don't know if it's going to be 3 rounds or just 2. I feel like last year it was just 2 and in previous years it's been 3, so I'm not quite sure how they're doing it this year, but yeah, this is part 1 and I will come back a little bit later with part 2 once that opens. All right, so here we are on the Goodreads homepage and we can go right here to the Goodreads Choice Awards opening round. I have not looked at this at all. It's been up for like a week, but I have been avoiding it because I wanted to film my reactions, so let's go. I'm just gonna click vote in the opening round because I think it will just take me through. All right, so this is Best Fiction. This is the opening round nominees. So we have Cleopatra and Frankenstein by Coco Malors, haven't read. Lucy by the Sea by Elizabeth Strout, haven't read. This Time Tomorrow by Emma Straub, haven't read. The Winners by Frederick Bachman, haven't read. The Hotel in Nantucket by Elin Hilderbrand, have not read. Just scanning through, I can confidently say I have not read any of these. So since I have not read any of these, I will not be voting. I feel like I don't have any reactions because I don't know anything about any of these. I have not been reading any kind of literary fiction this year, so I don't really have any comments. Mystery and thriller. So I've actually read the books in this category for the last 2 years, but I have not been reading thrillers this year, so I don't think I will have read any of these. I definitely think like the new Ruth Ware book will be in here, the new Riley Sager book will be in here. If there was a new Lisa Jewell book, it'll probably be in here. I don't even know like what's popular in this genre because thrillers don't hit for me, but let's see. So I do have a couple of these on my shelf that I just haven't read yet, like The It Girl by Ruth Ware, Flicker in the Dark. I have The Book of Cold Cases. I have The Maid. I have a couple of these like on my radar. Daisy Darker. I have The Paris Apartment. I have, and I've heard so much about like the Richard Osman series. People really like that series. So I don't know. Again, I have not read a single one of these books, so I will not be voting. This is probably not going to be a very interesting video. Anyway, let's go to historical fiction. I definitely haven't read any of these either. I've heard of Peach Blossom Spring. I've heard of Black Cake. I've heard of Young Mungo. There's an Isabel Allende book. A lot of my friends liked Lessons in Chemistry, but I haven't read it. And then we have the Taylor Jenkins Reid book, Carrie Soto's Back, which I've heard lots of negative things about actually, but I have not read personally, so can't vote for anything there. All right, well, I have read anything in the fantasy category? Probably not. I do want to read Babel by R.F. Kuang. I do think that I would like to read that one. Sarah J. Maas book, Religions and Lattes, I've seen around a lot, but I have not read. Of course, JLA book, The Atlas 6. That didn't come out this year, did it? Yeah, that was published in 2020. How is that book in here? That doesn't make any sense. Probably shocking to no one. I've read none of these, so I will not be voting. All right, the romance category. This is the one I have the best chance of. I feel like Reminders of Him is going to be in here, but it might not be because It Ends With Us, or It Starts With Us just came out. What else might be on here? Definitely the new Emily Henry book, which I haven't read. Let's just look. So Electric Idol by Katie Ruppert, I read, didn't like. Love on the Brain by Ali Hazelwood is on my TBR. I do have that one and I do want to read that one. I did read Reminders of Him and I liked that one. I gave it 5 stars. I did not read Emily Henry's new book. Oh, okay, Delilah Green Doesn't Care is in here. That might be what we vote for. Finally, a book that I have read. Things We Never Got Over, Part of Your World, Wedding Crasher, The Kiss Curse, Twisted Hate, The Bodyguard, Every Summer After, Dating Dr. Dill, The American Roommate Experiment, Hook, Line, and Sinker, You Made a Fool of Death with Your Beauty, It Starts With Us, Thank You for Listening, Terms and Conditions, Funny You Should Ask. Okay, none of this is shocking to me. I feel like if I had actually like sat down and wrote out a list of 20 books that I think would be on this list, most of these would be on this list. I'm kind of surprised that You Made a Fool of Death with Your Beauty is on here. Is that on Kindle Unlimited? Oh my god, it is. Anyway, all right. Yeah, I'm not shocked that any of these are on here. I wish there was more indie romance. I wish there was more KU, and I wish there was more queer romance. Literally the only queer book on here is Delilah Green. Actually, I think You Made a Fool of Death with Your Beauty might have queer characters in it. And technically Electric Idol does have queer characters in it. But yeah, Delilah Green is the only queer book on this list, which is very sad. Also, there is like a shocking lack of authors of color on this list. I mean, I guess it's not shocking, but it's still sad. I'm gonna vote for Delilah Green Doesn't Care because that's the only one that deserves to win in this category, in my opinion. All right, let's go to the next category, which is science fiction. Again, I don't think I have read any of these. Yeah, no. I've not. Shocking. Oh my god, Ocean's Echo is in here. Okay. You thought that I hadn't read anything in this category. You thought. I thought too, but you thought as well. Technically, I'm only on page 150, but I am currently reading it, fucking loving it. It is so good. I am screaming on every single page, so fuck it. I'm gonna vote for it. It's not like any of you bitches read what you vote for either, so I'm voting for it. It deserves to win. Next category is horror, which I definitely have not read anything in. Yeah, no. I do own The Hacienda. I also own The Cherry Robbers, so that's interesting. I also own Sundial by Catriona Ward, which I thought came out last year, but I guess it did come out this year. Yeah, I have not read any of these, so we will not be voting in that category. Best humor, I definitely don't read lots of humor, so no. Every time I see this cover, I think it is, what's his name? I think it's the guy from Blink-182. Why can't I think of his name? It doesn't matter. Has anyone else thought that before? Yeah, I have not read any of these. I've hardly even heard of any of them, so we will not vote in this category. The best of nonfiction. I feel like Jeanette McCurdy's book has to be in this category, right? It has to be, and it's gonna win if it is, so. It's not. Oh my god. Is there like a separate memoir category? Is that why? Oh yeah, there's a separate memoir category. Okay, never mind. Have not read any of these. Okay, this is the best memoir and autobiography category. Again, I haven't read any of these except for the Jeanette McCurdy one, but I did really love this one, so I am going to be voting for it. And it's gonna win because that's the one that everyone's read. Best history and biography. I definitely don't think I've read anything in this category either. Yep. No. Graphic novels and comics. Let's see what's in this category. I feel like I need to read more graphic novels because I do love them. I just haven't really read that many this year. Oh, but of course Heartstopper Volume 4 is in here, so we have to vote for that. That looks so cute. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. I need to read some of these, but I'm going to be voting for Heartstopper Volume 4. Next category is Best Poetry. I don't think I've read any poetry this year, so I definitely haven't read any of these. Ooh, debut novel. That is an interesting category. I have no idea what's going to be in here. Okay, interesting. Lessons in Chemistry, Flicker in the Dark, Violin Conspiracy, Every Summer After, Cleopatra and Frankenstein, and I have not read any of these. So let's go to young adult fiction. I feel like I've read probably some of these. Family of Liars, no. The Weight of Blood, no. I Kissed Shara Wheeler, I did read that, but I gave it 4 stars. I don't think it's like worth voting for in my opinion. I liked it, but not enough. Final Gambit, Nothing More to Tell, Must Betray You, The First to Die at the End, no. I would never vote for that. All My Rage, As Long as the Lemon Trees Grow, Loveless. This did not come out this year. Yeah, it was published in 2020. Why is this in? I don't understand. Just because it was published by a different publisher, it shouldn't be in here. Chauffeur 2, Lesbiana's Guide to Catholic School, Ophelia Ever After All, Hell Followed With Us. I didn't even read that black one. What does that say? Are my eyes bad? Do I need to get readers? Anatomy of a Love Story, My Mechanical Romance. Okay, there's nothing that's speaking to me to vote for in this category, so I think I'm gonna skip it. Interesting. I don't know how I feel about that. Know exactly what I would nominate instead. I should have planned this out a little bit more before I turn the camera on. Oh well. Young adult science fiction and fantasy is next. Let's see what is in here. All That's Left in the World, These Twisted Bonds, The Ballad of Never After, Kingdom of the Feared, Gallant, Satanic. So This Is Ever After, Magic Steeped in Poison, Foul Lady Fortune, Belladonna, Curse, If You Could See the Sun, This Woven Kingdom, The Sunbearer Trials. I really want to read The Sunbearer Trials. I feel like if I had read that now, that would be what I would vote for. Only a Monster, The Dragon's Promise, The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea, Hotel Magnifique, Violet Made of Thorns, Blood Marks. So the only book that I've read in this category is So This Is Ever After by F.T. Lukens, and I gave it like 4.25, 4.5 stars. I did really like it, and I'm gonna vote for it because it's one of the few queer books in this category, and so I'm gonna vote for it, and I read it and I liked it. And that's that. In the middle grade and children's category, I don't think that I've read any of these, but an R.O. Shaw book, Small Town Pride, Witchlands, Elephant Girl, I Am Quiet, This Is Not Enough, How to Heal a Griffin, I Am Able to Shine. I have not read any of these, and that is the last category. Alright, so this will probably shock no one, but I'm not planning to do a Goodreads video this year because I just have not read enough books in any of these categories to justify doing it. I'm not interested in reading enough of these books in any one of these categories to justify doing that video again. I do love doing that video, and I was thinking about doing the romance category. I mean, that's definitely the one that I have read the most books from. I think it's maybe like 3 of 20, but the other books in that category I'm just not interested in reading, so I don't really want to do that video. So I don't know. I'm kind of a little bit disappointed by the Goodreads Choice Awards. Honestly, I kind of almost feel like there should be a separate like LGBTQIA+ category. I would like that. I would appreciate that. I just don't think that enough of those books are represented in these categories. I was happy with the few that I saw, but I feel like I'm very like in tune and up on and aware of all the queer books that are coming out. So many of them are popular, and it's sad that I don't see any of them. I also do wish that more indie and self-published books were represented in these categories. There are so many good self-published books on Kindle Unlimited that I have discovered this year, and not just like smutty books. Like, there's so much good writing, good storytelling out there that's just simply not represented in the Goodreads Choice Awards, and I know that that is a complaint that so many people have had for so long, and I wholeheartedly agree. It is still fun to like participate and see what's going on and see who wins and vote. That is the first round, my initial reactions, and I will check back in when the results of this round are posted. I don't know again if that's just going to be another round of voting or if it's going to be like the final results, so we will see, and either way I will react to it. I really hope that the few books that I did vote for won, because I do think that the ones that I've read that were nominated are very much deserving of winning, so we'll see what happens, and I will see you in a few weeks. Hello, the final round is out, so let's react to it and vote. I guess there's going to be like one more round where we can react to the winners, but this is like the final voting round, so it's only open till tomorrow. Let's jump into looking at it. I literally don't even remember if these are going to be the same as the first round or what, but okay, this is the fiction round. I still haven't read any of these, so we're gonna just go ahead and go to mystery and thriller. I don't think I've read any of these either. Yeah, no, haven't read any of them. Historical fiction. Are these different or are they the same? I literally don't even know. Maybe I should have prepped for this. Fantasy. I have not read any of these. Skip. All right, the romance category. I feel like these are the same. Did they just parse it down a little bit? I don't know. I'm voting for Delilah Green. Next category, science fiction. Wasn't Ocean's Echo in this category? And they eliminated it? How dare they? All right, I guess we're not voting for anything in that category. Yep, haven't read any of the horror books. Haven't read any of the humor books. Haven't read any of the non-fiction books. The best memoir and autobiography, we can obviously vote for I'm Glad My Mom Died. Best history and biography, I have not read any. Surprise, surprise. In best graphic novel, we're obviously gonna vote for Heartstopper. And I have not read any of the poetry books. And I have not read any of these debut novels. Have I read any of the young adult? Why is Loveless in this category? I don't understand. It's published in 2020. Why is it in this freaking category? I don't understand. I know I didn't vote for it last time, but I'm gonna vote for Cher Wheeler this time because I'm chaotic, and I did like this book and I did read it, and I feel like it deserves to win. Young adult fantasy and sci-fi. I have not read any of these. I don't think I've read any of the middle grades either. Correct. Yep. Okay, well, one of the books I was rooting for got eliminated in this round, Ocean's Echo by Verena Maxwell, which I'm very sad about. It was like one of the only ones I had read and voted for. I don't think I'd even finished it in the last video, like in the last clip that I filmed, but I have finished it now and I did really love it. And I wanted to vote for it again, so that's sad. I know Delilah Green isn't gonna win, but I really want it to win because it's the only book in the romance category that I've read, even though I have read exclusively romance this year. It just shows that Goodreads is still on their bullshit regret not nominating indies, nominating very few queer books, because that's all I read, and the fact that like none of that was in here is sad, but it is what it is. And I will be back with my final reaction once the winners are announced. I feel like it's not going to be super interesting since I haven't read any of these, but hopefully Delilah Green will win. I know Heartstopper will win. I know I'm Glad My Mom Died will win. So at least we have that, I guess. I don't know. Hello, we are here to react to the winners of the Goodreads Choice Awards. This is Gabby. Say hi, Gabby.
Hello.
Gabby is visiting me in December, so she has the misfortune of being roped into vlogmas content. So I'm forcing her to react to the Goodreads Choice Awards winners with us today. So that's what we're gonna do. Going into the winners. Now, wait a second. Did you vote in this at all?
I did not, no.
You didn't? Have you looked at it at all?
Not at all.
Okay. Well, we voted earlier in this video, so let's just view the results. Honestly, I'm not surprised that Tomorrow won the best fiction. I feel like I've heard so much buzz about that. I haven't read any books in this category, so I didn't really care very much. Who won in this category? Have you read any of these? I don't think you have.
I don't think so, no. Not any of these ones, but I have definitely heard a lot of buzz about Tomorrow.
Yeah.
So that's not surprising.
Not surprising. It won by a lot, actually.
It did.
90,000 to the runner-up was 54. Crazy. Don't care, though. Best mystery thriller was The Maid with 78,000 votes. Runner-up was The Paris Apartment with 70,000, which you did read.
Yeah.
And you didn't like, right?
No, wasn't my favorite. I liked The Guest List by Lucy Foley, but
yeah, same.
Wasn't the best.
I haven't read The Paris Apartment. I haven't read anything in this category either. Have you read anything else in this category?
I did read The Maid, actually.
Oh, did you?
And that one was very good.
Okay.
So I'm happy that won.
So you're, okay. Well, that's good. That's good to know. Definitely better than The Paris Apartment.
Yes. Definitely.
Historical fiction, I didn't read anything in this category either. I'm not surprised though that the TJR book won with over 100,000 votes. She's just naturally the most recognizable name. This one got a lot of votes too, though. Lessons in Chemistry.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot about that one. That was a big contender. Fascinating.
That's the closest out of all of them so far for the two main winners.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. All right. Fantasy. I haven't read anything in this category either. Not surprised that Sarah J. Maas won this category. Surprise, surprise. The Book Talk Girlies did it again. Battle is Next with 62,000. That's a big jump. That's a big jump.
The Stephen King book though, didn't that one just come out like a couple months ago?
Yeah, it has come out really recently.
Yeah.
That honestly might be the first time Stephen King's been in a category and not won. I feel like he always wins things. I don't know if he's ever had to go up against Sarah J. Maas though. Okay, romance. I did vote for Delilah Green, and of course it did not win. I'm not surprised. Book lovers did. I'm not surprised about that either. 175,000 votes. That's insane.
That's a lot.
Wasn't me. Delilah Green got 37,000.
That low?
That's very sad. I'm actually very sad about this one. That's homophobic, honestly. The only queer book on this list.
Yep.
It's that low. How rude. I'm kind of surprised this one only got 3,000 votes. I feel like I saw that one all over Book Talk. I'm kind of surprised that it's so low.
Well, I'm not shocked because all of the Coho books are up at the top.
Yeah. I guess all of these were like the most hyped ones this year.
Yeah. Love on the Brain.
Have you read any of these?
I have read Reminders of Him.
Yeah.
I haven't started It Starts With Us, but
I have no interest in reading that one.
Yeah, I wasn't super excited about it. The other ones.
I've actually heard really good things about this Abby Jimenez book.
I have too.
Hated that book. Actually, that was the best one in the series, but I still didn't really like it.
Yeah, I was like, it was the best one in the series.
Yeah. Science fiction, Ocean's Echo was nominated, but it got kicked out in the second round. So
seriously?
Yeah. That was the only one in this category that I had read. I'm not surprised that this one won. I feel like Emily St. John Mandel is the most recognizable author in this category. Actually, Blake Crouch, I feel like maybe would be. I don't know. She's won other things before though. See, Ocean's Echo's down here in 11th place. 3,000 votes. One of them was me. Very sad. Very sad.
Yeah, that's pretty low.
Yeah. Haven't read anything in the horror category. Don't know that I care to. Have you read anything?
No.
No. Yeah.
I don't read horror books.
I know. Horror books.
Horror books. Anything with blood and guts, no.
I didn't read anything in this category either.
I love that the Office BFFs won.
Yeah, naturally. I was talking about this book in the last clip that I filmed because whenever I see this cover, I think that it's Mark Hoppus. I don't know why. I think it looks like him.
Not really.
Okay. And I was talking about it last time and I couldn't think of his name, so that's what I was talking about. It's Mark Hoppus. Haven't read anything in this category.
All right.
Moving on. Haven't read anything in this category either. Nonfiction. No, thank you. Memoir. No. I think Jeanette probably won. Yes, she did. Oh my gosh. Over 200,000 votes. That's the most. That's even more than Book Lovers. That's wild.
It is very good though.
Yes, it is very, very good. That is a huge jump. Over 160 vote difference.
Insane.
That's insane.
Wow.
Sorry, Alan Rickman. Yeah, that's crazy. But very much deserved. I finally picked a winner, too, thankfully. I only voted in 3 different categories, but that one was a winner. Best history and biography. I didn't rate any of these either.
What won?
Bad gays, a homosexual history.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't really have an opinion on that. Heartstopper won in this category. Big surprise. That was also a winner. I voted for that one too. That had a lot of votes too.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy how much some of these won by. Haven't read anything other than Heartstopper
No.
in that category either. Definitely haven't read any poetry. Haven't even heard of any of these, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't know any of these.
Was in the debut. Oh, Lessons in Chemistry won the debut. That's not shocking considering it was so voted for in that other category.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The Maid. Yeah, I haven't read any of these either.
Me either.
Oh, the Final Gambit one. Interesting.
Have you read that one?
No, I don't really care to.
Okay.
I want to know though why Loveless is in this freaking category when it came out in 2020.
Yeah, I was like, that shouldn't be on this list.
It should not be on this list. I don't care if you publish a new cover in the US. That's stupid. It doesn't make any sense. I thought I voted for this one, but it doesn't say I voted for her. So I don't know. It was only a 4-star book anyway, so. Loveless is better, but it didn't come out in 2022, so I don't understand why it's in this category. I don't know.
Yeah.
I hadn't read any of these other ones either. So
Nope.
What's in this category? Okay, I'm not surprised that Gallant won in Best Young Adult Fantasy, although Blood March was very close, but I feel like it came out too close to the voting. Not enough people have read it yet.
Yeah, agreed.
Oh, I voted for this, so this is Ever After. It got 15th place. Or, actually, I don't even know. That's 8, 12. It got 16th place. Not deserved. It was better than that. Granted, it was the only one I read in that category, so who knows? I don't think I read anything. No middle grades. What one? I Am Quiet, A Story for the Introvert in All of Us.
I feel like I need to read that.
Probably. Me too. But... And that was it. So, were you shocked?
No.
Appalled?
No.
I'm a little bit appalled.
Why are you appalled?
There's very few books that I've read in this voting,
Yeah.
which means there are very few queer nominees because that's all I read.
This is true.
Very few. There's definitely no like indie published, self-published things. That's typical of the Goodreads Choice Awards though. There never are books like that represented, which is sad, but I don't know. This is definitely the year where I've read the least things on the Goodreads Choice Awards, but I'm really not shocked by any of the winners, I don't think.
No, I'm not shocked. I was like, all the categories that I would have
Yeah.
been reading in are all the TikTok early categories.
Yeah, exactly.
And they took it over.
Yeah,
So
they
it makes sense.
dominated,
Mhm.
as always. Yeah, the only ones I'm really mad about are Delilah and Ocean's Echo.
I know. Those two deserve to be higher.
Definitely. More people need to read them.
They do.
Like, why didn't Delilah Green go viral on TikTok?
I don't know. It's a great book.
I feel like people too vote in these categories if they just recognize the author also.
Yeah.
And like they haven't even read them. There's this whole conversation too about like, is it ethical to vote in the category if you haven't read the majority of the books to compare them to each other?
That's actually a good point.
Which, I don't know. The past couple of years I've taken one of the categories and read all the books in them for a video. Not planning to do that this year because I don't feel like there's a category where I'm interested in all the books. I feel like if I had read more in one category maybe, but I'm not doing that this year. So sorry to everyone who likes those videos, but this is what you get instead. Any final thoughts on the Goodreads Choice Awards?
They need more queer authors
Yes.
and queer representation.
Yes.
But other than that,
That is what we decree.
mhm.
Get on it, Goodreads.
Yeah.
That's all for this video today. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate you being here. If you made it all the way to the end, leave me a Christmas tree emoji for Bookmas content. Speaking of Bookmas content, I'm putting out a video every single day of December, so make sure you subscribe. There's more where this came from. Also, if you liked this video, I would appreciate if you liked it. You can also follow me on Instagram and Goodreads if you would like. Those are the 2 social medias I'm most active on other than YouTube. Those are linked down below. And I think that is all I have to say. So thank you so much for being here, for watching this video, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.